Hi, I'm going to create a bottle like this very geometric one over here on the right. So the first thing I need to do is to go File, New, and open a new part. I've already got one open. It's always good to check your units. So come down in the right hand corner and have a look that your screen is set up with millimeters, grams, seconds. If not, change it. Okay, now we're ready to go. So I'm going to use this rollback feature here so I can follow along with my own shape. So this is the first thing I'm going to make. In Solidworks, you always pick a plane, do a sketch, then turn it into a 3D feature. So I need to pick the front plane, start a sketch, so click on my sketch tools, and I'm just going to use a straight line to start drawing. It's a really good idea to think about where you want the origin so that the planes are in a useful place. So I'm going to use the line tool to start drawing along. I'm just using the wheel of my mouse to scroll in and outwards. And I'm drawing roughly to shape. Now, if I don't like exactly how that's looking, I can change the sizes of things. I can choose the selector tool and just give things a little bit of a drag around. So I want that a bit shorter. So this beginning sketch is quite important to get it looking just how you want. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I've started my sketch. Really importantly, it's gone grey in the middle, which means that it's a complete single loop. So I'm going to be able to extrude it. If it hasn't gone grey in the middle, you might have a little gap or an overlap, and you'll need to fix that. Okay, so I have my complete loop shape. Now I can make a feature. Extrude. Now in this case, I'm going to do a mid-plane extrude rather than just a blind. And what that means is it goes out from the middle, because I think it might be useful later to have the front plane stuck exactly in the middle of my bottle. So I can drag it out like this, or I can type in the size I want over here. Okay, that will do for now. So my next step is to put on the spout. So I'm going to choose the top surface to draw on. So pick a surface, start a sketch. Here's a circle tool. These little orange dots will guide me to where the center is. Roughly, there we go. And I can draw my little spout. So pick a plane, start a sketch, and now use the features to extrude it. I'm using the wheel on my mouse to spin around. There we go, maybe that's a bit tall. Right, that will do there. And the next thing I'm going to do, oh, interesting, is to shell it out. So I want my bottle to be hollow. So I'm going to pick on that top face and choose shell. Right, I will make it about, I'll try 3 millimeters. Tick. Great. So it's now hollow inside. Next step, I want to make this little indent in here, just to make it look more edgy, to really emphasize the geometry. So once again, I'm going to pick a plane or a surface, and I'm going to make my sketch. I'm going to turn on sketch at this point, and I'm going to choose this one, offset entities. This is a great tool because it makes a matching sketch. I want it to sit inside though. Maybe I'll make it about 8. Cool. So it's made a perfect offset sketch. And now I can do this. My feature is going to be a cut. I don't want to go too deep, maybe 2 millimeters. There we go. So I've got that. Interesting. Okay. So my next step is going to be to create the lid. Zoom out a bit. Now this is where I think the mid plane is going to be very handy. See how that front plane's right in the middle? So what I'm going to do now is pick a plane, start a sketch, and draw in the rough shape that I want for my lid. There we go. And it's nice and joined up because it's got grey in the middle. So now I'm going to choose Features and Extrude. Once again, I'm going to extrude mid-plane. Okay, now this is a really important bit. Over here it says Merge Result, and everything we've done up till now we want to be all merged together. This time I'm going to untick it because I want to be able to remove the lid sometimes. So tick. What that means is it's created a separate piece, a separate body, and I'm going to be able to turn that on and off. Right? So there's now two pieces in this part drawing, and that could be handy later. Okay. My next step is just going to be to finish off this feature to make it look better, because I want it on the other side as well. I'm pressing F for fit. Okay, so I'm going to just take that feature there, which is the cut, and I'm going to choose to mirror it, which means put it on the other side. And I'm going to choose to mirror it about this front plane here. Okay, see, so it mirrors onto the other side. Sweet. Now finally, even though this shape is edgy, I know it will render later if I put some fillets on it, if I slightly round it off. So I'm going to click on that whole body at the bottom there and choose fillet. It will just make the render look far more lively later. I'm typing in 2 for the radius. Hopefully that'll work. Oh, no items selected. Great. Tick. Items to fillet. So I'm just choosing that front face there and spinning it round and choosing the back face. So I've selected those faces and now I'm ticking it to fillet. And that will make it look a bit more lively later on. I also want to fillet the top, so I'm going to choose the lid, fillet, items to fillet. Click. Okay, so there should be something in there. So I'm selecting the feature I want to fillet and tick. Now later on, I will show you how to add the materials to do the rendering.